This is Hermes Paris brand perfume. There's just a trace amount left in the bottle. Just a couple splashes, but it did sell on sale for $19. This is a lot of 9 different vintage Christmas wrapping papers. They just have like different weird like cartoons, and I don't know, it's so random. There's a bunch of it actually. And check it out for all you New Englanders. Bradley's represent. And this sold for $40. Totally wild. This is a lot of 100% wool, straight from the Pendleton factory. Remnants. We bought a whole bunch of these when we were in Oregon last year. I'm sorry, it wasn't last year. When we were in Oregon a couple of years ago. This lot sold for $50. This is a vintage leather fanny pack, bum bag, waist pack. It is all leather. We sold it for a best offer of $30. Vintage Panasonic Point-O-Matic. It's definitely got little suckers on the bottom there. Pencil sharpener, electric pencil sharpener. Works great. Sold for $50. These are a pair of kind of metallic bronze, non-leather, Apartment 9 brand. I think that's from Target, something like that. They're really cute, and they sold for $30. This is a little wireless Radio Shack brand color security camera that goes with another set. It does have the power plug, and it's got this antenna, and it sold on sale for $18. This is a vintage Weston Universal light meter for a photographer. And what's interesting is when you open up the back, this is the meter. This is the sensor here. These little like honeycomb things. So check it out. You can tell it works by opening that and the light changes. So we close it and open it. Pretty cool. It sold on sale for $28. This is a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch brand oak tie and belt rack. You can see the old logo here. So you can tell this is vintage because of that logo. I don't think Abercrombie & Fitch makes stuff like this anymore. And I got an offer of $63. I think I had 80 something on it. And the guy said $63 with free shipping to California. And I was like, I'll take $63, but not free shipping. And he agreed, so $63. This is a vintage silk kimono that I sold. It sold for $120. Let's see if we can see. It's got this kind of brocade silk. It's in really rough shape, actually. I mean, it doesn't look that bad in the photos, but look, there's a hole. There's some wear there. That stitching had come off. Stitching had come off there. And there were some marks and stuff. But these kimonos can go, stitching missing there, can go for a lot of money. Since this one was in rough shape, I just put $120. And I'm pretty sure I had make offer, but it sold for full price. This is a blue nylon Adidas duffel bag. It's pretty good size. It's got the logo printed in different places. And these are great for carry-on bags or gym bags. And if people are into a certain brand like Adidas, they'll pay for them. And this bag sold for $40. This is the Persian style rug that sold. It is made in Belgium. 100% wool. It's machine made. It's not handmade. But we did sell it for $500. It's a beautiful rug. Still, it's 100% wool. These rugs are very expensive in the stores. So actually $500 for a rug like this is quite good. It's beautiful. It is a gorgeous rug. And you can see, made in Belgium. And we paid $12 for it. So that's a great sale. $12 to $500. This is the rug all wrapped up. Jay helped me fold it in half and roll it. We put it in 2 big, thick trash bags, taped that up, and then put them in about 4 poly mailers all wrapped up. It should be fine. I've ordered rugs before that were just in thick plastic, thick clear plastic, sent to me. So it's basically one big piece of fabric. Right now, this weighs basically 29 pounds, and I have to do the measurements, and we'll see what the best shipping option is. There it is. Super cute pair of handmade Dutch wooden clogs. We've been selling these a lot lately. They're awesome. I do not believe we got these in Holland. Maybe we did. I'm not sure. But they sold for 30 bucks. The very last candle snuffer. I think we had 3 of these. Sold for 7 bucks. I've had them for years. I guess they're on sale because they're old. And that's the right price. 7 bucks. These are 2 Avon men's aftershave in the shape of a spark plug. You can see it says Avon. This is what they look like. They're pretty hilarious. I think they're empty. And they sold as a pair for $25. And the funny thing is, when we bought these, you can only just see this. So it kind of looks like a spark plug box. And the lady at the thrift store thought they were actually spark plugs. So that was kind of funny. 25 bucks. This is a solid chrome Roovers brand Midgie label maker. You can see. This is like super old. It's really heavy. Let's see how heavy it is. Almost 2.5 pounds. What? And I had this up for $100. Because for people who collect things like this is an awesome piece. But I did a best offer of $70. So that's still a great price for a little label maker. This is a Bally brand briefcase, all leather. See if you can see the logo. Bally. This works. There's instructions inside how to make your own combination. It's got some scratches on it and stuff. But it's definitely beautiful. It's Bally. You can't beat it. Sold for a full price of $150. I found it at the bottom of a stack of bags in a super junky thrift store. Okay, we actually researched this fork a little bit because there is a mark on the back that says WB, and that was Wallace and Sons. This is probably from the early 1900s. Very cool. It's a barbecue fork. It sold for $25. This is the mark on the back. It's WB over a W. And that's how I was able to research it. Somehow I was able to find out it's Wallace and Sons. So that helped me date this to the early 1900s. This is a vintage cotton camo hat, snapback. And we took a best offer of $15. These are a pair of cast iron muffin tins. The smaller one does say Lodge on the back, which is a brand that people look for. Definitely vintage, and this is unmarked, but it's still a nice pan. And they sold all together for $60. These are a pair of women's Bates brand military dress shoes, and they sold for a best offer of $32. They're leather. They're in good shape. Looks like somebody barely wore them. 32 bucks. This is a set of 4 Vera Newman. You know it's Vera Newman by the logo, Vera. They're napkins. They're cotton napkins. They have this like sunburst pattern on them. They're awesome. I've had them for a while, and they sold on sale for $35 for a set of 4. These are a pair of Bali brand. It's a Swiss brand, but it's made in Italy, I believe. Suede flats, wedges, barely worn. I had them up for over $100, but these are kind of like an 80s style, and I've had them for a while, so I took a best offer of $50. This is a women's Land's End barn jacket. It's got a corduroy collar, and it sold for 40 bucks. This is a wool and leather varsity jacket from a town in Virginia called Nokesville. It's kind of the rural edge of urbanized Northern Virginia. The cool part about it too, besides this, on the front, it says Kevin 90. Now I had this up for $300 because it is leather and it is wool. But I took a best offer of $100 because I was excited to sell it. So $100, leather varsity jacket. These are a pair of Lake brand women's leather mountain biking shoes. That's where you clip in your little clip things. And they sold on sale for $40. Still a great sale. You gotta love sales like this. 2 oven mitts, probably bought at an estate sale or a thrift store for a couple cents. They're really cute. They're basically unused. And they sold for $15. This is a beautiful 100% Irish linen skirt by Talbot's. It's new. It still has the extra button tag. Irish linen. I don't know why, but I cannot sell skirts to save my life. I have so many of them. They're good quality. I've had this one for a couple years. I brought the price down to $10 and I sold it. But I don't know. I have a pile of skirts right there that I need to list. They're good. They're Gap, they're Anne Klein, J. Crew, Pendleton. It just takes me forever to sell them. Maybe I priced them too high. I don't know. But this one sold for $10. These are a beautiful pair of men's leather wingtips. Definitely old. Clearly from Goodwill because they have a date on them. The leather is in pretty good shape. This probably has to get resold in the back. But they sold on sale for $42. These are the last 3 concrete mortar dissolvers. Jay got an entire box of like 16 of them for $1 at a hardware auction. And I've been selling them really well on eBay for $12.99 each. These are the last 3. Someone bought all 3, so that's about $39 for all 3. This is a vintage felt patch. Arctic Circle Club, Resolute Airport, Northwest Territory, Canada. Very cool patch. Sold for $30. This is a vintage, I believe, Cold War German military map case. It's vinyl, but the handle is leather. Check it out. So you open it up. It's got all these little compartments. You open this up, and it's got this vinyl. It's got this little holder thing here. And it's got this vinyl case for like a holding maps. And then there's some compartments. We got these at a military surplus place that was going out of business. I think we got like 5 or 6 of these. And they sold for $50 each. So, and I'm sure we didn't pay more than $5 for them. So, $50, and we have 1 left. Another pair of medical surgery shoes. This is a full pair, and they're barely used, and they sold for $25. This is a Chicago faucet brand center mount. Oh, it's so heavy. It's solid brass, real chrome. It's totally gorgeous. It's got this great arm there, neck, whatever it's called. Chicago Faucet's a very high-end brand. This is probably a $300 to $400 faucet. And when we bought it, we noticed that there were a couple little nicks right here, as if someone had looked at it, maybe tried to fit it in their sink and then returned it. And we sold it for $150. So that's nice. I think I only paid, I don't know how much I paid for it. Not very much. Totally gorgeous. $150. This is a vintage hunting belt where you put your ammo in here. Definitely vintage. Sold for 20 bucks. These are a pair of vintage biker boots. Men's. I've had them for a while, a couple of years actually. So I did take an offer on them. They were on sale for like $110, but I took a $60 offer on them because I've had them for a while. And now they're out the door. 60 bucks. These are a matching pair of cowboy shirts. Look like they've never been worn. They have like a nice sheen to them. I had them up for $49, but I took a best offer of $40. Okay, this is a sale that I never thought would actually happen. Or, it's taken a while. This is a tiki pole that we bought at an auction, I think for like $5. No one else wanted it. I can show you some detail. It is hand carved and hand painted. It's about 7 feet tall. It's very cool. Someone in Arizona bought it. I had it up for $199. They offered $175, and I said yes. They said it is a local pickup item, but they said they're going to arrange with UPS to pack it and ship it and pick it up. So I hope that's true. I said, sure, that's not a problem. And she paid for it. So hopefully she's arranging that. So $175 for a tiki pole.